Hey, my name's Dan, learning how to skate again as an adult, and even though I love my career as an engineer, I'm literally sitting in front of that computer all day, 5 days a week, which, isn't great for your body. So I've been looking for ways to keep my exercise up, and since I'm trying to learn all this new stuff skating as an adult, hey, why not experiment with that, right? So what I came up with, and I'm going to show you in this video, are these sort of DIY carpetboard trucks, just using PVC pipe attached to an old deck. I started by just putting an old deck on top of an exercise roller, and that was pretty fun, but it only takes you so far. And just using an old deck on the carpet itself, like, you can't get any pop, right? So there are people who've done amazing things with those, but it wasn't going to be me. So I did some experiments, and over the last year or so, I've just been messing around, take a break over lunch, after work, whatever. Here's a video from a couple of months ago, and I'm kind of stoked on this because there's stuff that I can do on a carpetboard with these carpetboard trucks that I just simply can't do on a real skateboard yet, right? Because it's a little lighter, it's a little easier to manipulate, a lot of fun. And here's a couple of months ago, the first time I landed a tray flip on a carpetboard, right? But a tray flip, and I got the first land on video. So excited about that. So let's go watch that, and then I'm going to go down to my workshop, and just yesterday I built this new set, so I'll walk you through the steps I did to build those. And then we'll try out the new set. They're a little bigger than the old set and see how well they work. All right, back at the workbench. These are the DIY carpetboard trucks I've been using for the last, year or two. And honestly, they worked really amazingly well for what they are. A couple little pieces of PVC. I cut them to be just a little bit less than 8 inches wide, and sort of angled the sides. And originally, I just put a couple of wood screws here in the outer hole locations right into the PVC. And that got really loose, and it kind of broke off right away. So then I tried putting a piece of dowel rod wood on the inside with the wood screws going into that, and it worked pretty well, but those screws end up breaking quite a bit. Now what's nice about having these on the board, of course, is it gives you some kind of pop, not a lot compared to a real skateboard. I'll show you the difference in angle there, right, between kind of a real skateboard and this carpetboard DIY trucks. So what I want to try next is to go up slightly larger in size. I think this is what's called a 1-inch PVC. It's like 1 1/4 inch outer diameter. And I just picked this up today. This is called 1 1/4 inch PVC. It's 1 3/4 outer diameter. So I'm going to now cut this to size, make it slightly less than 8 inches, kind of angle the sides again. And now instead of using wood screws, I'm going to use some proper mounting hardware and see if I can get that to work. We'll try it out, see how it compares.
trucks, cut, ready to go, smoothed off on the ends, holes drilled. We're using real hardware this time, 2 in each. I had thought about maybe using some kind of a rubber bushing in here underneath the nut. I'm a little concerned that the nut might crack the PVC. I guess we'll find out. That would be a good improvement if you find that yours crack. The real problem is going to be how do you actually get that nut in there and on top of the bolt. So for that, I'm using an open-ended wrench or close-end wrench, put a little bit of piece of blue painter's tape on it, and I'm going to put the nut in there and stick it onto the tape and use that to kind of insert it into the end, and then I'll put the bolt up underneath it. I hope it works. Nice and sturdy. Love it. Okay, got the new carpet board trucks on. These went on really nicely, actually. See if you can kind of look on the inside there and see the bolts came through just fine. And they were actually not hard to put on at all. I could actually almost reach it with my fingers. These are slightly bigger than the old ones I was using. So I'll do a test and report back, tell you what I think. Not sure which are going to be better. I do know that when you compare the, wow, it's a little higher now. When you compare it to a real skateboard, all right, it's a little closer. It's a little closer to the same. Can't wait to try it. It's raining outside, it's perfect. Gotta say, I'm loving the new size. A little bit larger, the bolts are staying on nice. It's got good pop. I wouldn't go any larger than this thing. It's good. Cheap too. I think I spent $8 for the piece of PVC, half a bag of bolts, bolt deck, done. It took me about 20 minutes to make them, so you can do it. Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, love it! All right, my heel touched the touch. I don't care, that's so fun. So fun.
All right, I hope you've enjoyed this. I absolutely love skating this thing. It's great for breaks from work. It's great for rainy days and cold days. And frankly, I can land things on this that I just can't land on a normal skateboard yet. So I have a blast with it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and good luck. Let's get out there and skate again.